What is up, DS3 TV? We are back for another video. This one is Tier Zoo by Tier Zoo, the cat tier list. Someone subscribed. I mean, someone, one of the subscribers told me to watch Tier Zoo. If you like if you like animal vids. I was like, okay, let's do that. So let's get into the video. Also, subscribe to the channel. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers by my birthday, and I'm gonna have a subscriber, special video coming out for you guys when that happens. Also, when that happens, whenever we hit 1,000 subscribers, that's when I'll tell you guys the big new things I have, I want to have coming for the channel. So, you guys will know when I can tell, when I tell you, because I know I have some big things I really want to come through for the channel. And it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be really, really cool. But yeah, so this one's called the cat tier list. And as you see, I have, oh no, she doesn't wanna, usually my cats love to mess with me, especially Daffy right here. Likes to just mess with me while I'm recording. But she's not doing it now, so that's the funny thing. But I was gonna show her, yeah, I have cats, so that's why we're watching the cat tier list first. But I mean, that's fine. Let's just get into the cat tier list video. I have cats. I love cats. I love dogs too. But to me, it's easier to take care of a cat than a dog, in all honesty, because you just show them the litter box when you first get them, and they're easy to take care of. But yeah, I feel like if anything is S tier though, it would have to be, if we're talking about the older cats or whatever, I feel like it has to be, like the saber-tooth cat, or that's what I feel like it would have to be, an S tier cat. But if we're talking about now, I would have to say it would be lions, and tigers would have to be maybe A tier. Yeah, probably A tier. Let me get into the video though. So play.
Right, so in my video on dinosaur builds, I casually referenced the fact that cheetahs are low tier, which ended with me getting a ton of comments from angry cheetah mains asking me to explain myself. And fair enough, I probably should. But instead of just making a video on cheetahs, I figured I'd kill two birds with one stone by also finally releasing the tier list for the cat dynasty.
Good.
First, let's talk about the place cats as a whole are at in the meta. So I don't think it comes as a surprise to anyone that cats are exceptionally effective builds that have held a high tier spot in the meta for more than a while. And though this isn't true of every cat build, of which there are more than 40, cats carved out their spot in the meta by being the best choice by far for anyone looking to play an assassin or rogue class. Their weapons and movement kit are carefully crafted to allow cat players to have an easier time scoring critical hits on their targets than most other carnivore players. Like I said, there are more than 40 different builds possible, so I can't really fit them all into a single video, so instead I'm going to go over the most popular ones, and hopefully the way I analyze them will help you make your own call if you're interested in one of the less popular builds. So anyways, I'm going to start from the bottom of the tier list and go up from there. Right at the bottom, we've got the...
I would say my favorite build though, my favorite cat would probably be a panther. I don't know if anybody else likes panthers, but that's my favorite out of the cat tier. And I'll say second favorite is lion.
The cheetahs. They have the highest movement speed of any land build, which is definitely an impressive title to hold. When it comes to scoring kills on builds with high mobility like gazelles, antelope, and ostriches, there are a few better at it than the cheetah. But while this works against those particular targets in that particular situation, it serves no purpose when it comes to actually defending the kill. And as a result, a high percentage of the kills a cheetah gets end up getting stolen by lions and hyenas.
Yep.
Cheetahs need higher power and defense stats to actually be able to reap the benefits of their high mobility. The cheetah's inability to defend itself makes the early game extremely difficult for new cheetah players too. High-level players can't prevent stronger builds from griefing the new cheetah players, and as a result, very few cheetahs even reach the late game where they can abuse their high mobility stat. Long story short, F tier because they get bodied way too hard by competing builds. In D tier we've got the Lynx. I don't have too much to say about them. They've got low-medium stats across the board with the exception of stealth. And they do possess one relatively useful ability, the ability to move silently through snow. They're best at taking out small prey using stealth, but in my opinion there are better choices for this type of playstyle, such as the owl or the viper. While they don't get griefed nearly as badly as cheetahs, they do have to watch out for cougars, wolves, and coyotes. One level higher and we reach the cougar. While its stealth is actually a bit lower than the lynx's, all other stats are a good bit higher, especially strength. However, it's not quite strong enough to overpower midweights like deer and elk without putting itself at risk for taking damage too.
Oh no.
While it can climb pretty well, it's most comfortable duking it out on the ground. I've never discussed troll builds on this channel, but honestly the trolling potential with cougars is too good not to mention. Cougars lack access to the roar move, but that doesn't stop them from trying, and as a result, they have one of the craziest battle cries in the game. Instead of actually being useful as an intimidating sonic AoE, it instead sounds almost exactly like a woman being brutally murdered, which is one of the few ways to seriously mess with human players that invade their territory.
So wow, they really do try to roar.
There are two major styles players opt for when going for a cat build, the feline style and the panther style. All of the builds so far have been in the feline style, which generally has higher mobility but lower strength. Panther style cats, on the other hand, are stronger, bulkier, and also have access to the panther signature move, Roar. So we're finally going to switch gears over to the panther builds as we continue up the tier list.
Okay.
The leopard build is the next rung up on the tier list, being Africa's premier solo rogue class. Of the panther style builds, this is the smallest. This offers the leopard players maximum mobility while climbing, a trait they use to the fullest. While it is definitely stronger than the cheetah, it is still no match for gank squads like lions and hyenas. But unlike the cheetah, leopards actually have a way to avoid getting their kills stolen.
Yep.
Leopards can climb much better than any of their competitors, and they do have high enough strength to carry their kill up the tree. This allows them to gain all of the XP they deserve. All these traits together are in the leopard high B tier. Now we're at A tier, and this is where the tier list gets a little muddy, since we've only got 2 tiers left to place quite a few more builds. If I'm being honest, even though I placed leopards in B tier, the snow leopard players, with their extra stealth bonus, have a strong argument for A tier. Anyways, at the bottom of A tier, we have the largest of the cats, the tiger. Not many unique abilities, but generally just very high stats.
Yeah.
While tigers do have decent stealth, they rely more on their sheer power for winning fights. This allows them to take out tough and dangerous players like the boar. One top tier ability they do have is their incredibly powerful jump, making them deceptively mobile while appearing to have only average speed. Overall, if the tier list was simply about who would win in a one-on-one fight, tigers would be S tier, no doubt. Unfortunately, that isn't the case, because even though they'd lose in a one-on-one fight with a tiger, lions are undoubtedly more viable overall. If you watch my videos a lot, you know I see coordinated attacks as one of the most overpowered strats in the whole game.
Yeah.
And lions are basically the poster child for coordinated attacks. So far, most of the other cats we've talked about all generally target players playing squishy targets, but lion players are some of the only ones bold enough to deliberately attack a tank.
Yeah.
Their highly organized parties they form allow them to control entire sections of the map, and their defined roles prevent leeching and also protect newer players from gankers. All in all, great build, easily A+ tier. And finally, we've reached the top tier, the build that embodies everything excellent about the cat dynasty, the Jaguar. Jaguars are the absolute best build in the entire game.
See, I didn't know that we were going through like, okay, I thought it might be like, you know, like older cats, like if we're talking about like prehistoric cats, or we're talking about like, you know, I didn't know if we were talking about prehistoric cats or cats that's like now. So that was like what I was thinking too. What you could do for S tier. I didn't know if he was gonna do that, but yeah.
When it comes to one-shotting players with a critical hit. They have the most damaging bite of any of the cats, enough to pierce armor, and their incredible accuracy lets them nail their target right in the weak point, the back of the head.
Wow.
They may not have the raw stats that the lion and tiger do, but they more than make up for it with their special abilities. The most important is their incredible eyes, which negate all stealth bonuses. Most cats have great vision and can even see in darkness, but the Jaguar can even see a target obscured by camouflage or hiding in murky water. The second, less obvious perk is that Jaguars are the most versatile cat build available. They're great sprinters and pristine climbers, but they're also just as much at home hunting in the water as they are in a tree. No other build can boast dominance in the arboreal, terrestrial, and aquatic map zones. They really do dominate. Lions act like they own the place, but they do face plenty of competition. But Jaguars, they do own the place. They could carry their food up a tree if they wanted to, but there's no need. So yeah, a build that can one-shot anything on its server and dominates 3 of the 4 main play zones. That's your S tier. So there you have it, the tier list of the cats. Thanks for watching. Oh, did I forget something? Yeah, you buggers are getting your own video. This video...
Okay, so that was the end of that video. That was a really good one though. I liked it. It was a pretty good way to look at the cat, like all the cat tiers. And honestly, yeah, I would definitely say the Jaguar is definitely at the top because they don't have that many weaknesses. So yeah, that was a great video. Tell me which cat is your favorite on the list. And yeah, so talk to you guys in the next video. Also subscribe to the channel. Want to get to 1,000 subscribers by my birthday. And yeah, talk to you guys in the next video, and peace.